Good day. I am Sir Mark. Let us discuss methods of philosophizing. By the end of this discussion, we will distinguish opinion from truth, analyze situations that show difference between opinion and truth, realize that the methods of philosophy lead to wisdom and truth, and lastly, evaluate opinions. No? So we will try to demonstrate various ways of doing philosophy while evaluating whether the statement or system of words considered to be knowledge, truth, or opinion. No? So, but before that, let us subscribe to philosophical point of view when it comes to knowledge. No? Bago natin masabi siyang authentic knowledge, dapat ma-establish natin siya na truth. No? However, there is a group of philosophers who really doubt that there's a certainty when it comes to knowledge, no? At tinatawag ditong mga skeptics. So skeptics comes from the Greek word skeptikoi, literally means seekers or inquiries. So basing from this, skeptics is not merely a purely denial of truth, but a continuous process of inquiry wherein statements or experience is tested by experiences. No? So it's a philosophical or intellectual activity that emphasizes the importance of questioning, logical reasoning, asking for evidence. However, atong mga skeptics, meron silang statement according to Aristotle na kiniklaim there's no such thing as truth. So if we will technically analyze the statement, then ano yung statement na to? Hindi ba siya truth? No? If they claim that there's no such thing as truth, ano to yung sentence na to? Hindi ba siya truth na kiniklaim ng mga skeptics? So siya ay self-contradictory statement. They assume that there's no such thing as knowledge and evidence of the senses are deceiving and unreliable. Ito na yung mga claim by pre-Socratic philosophers and even modern day Blaise Pascal. No? So with this position of skeptics, it can be challenged by other or counteract by other philosophers. No, we can cite an example. No, sabihin natin na evidence of the sense is deceiving or unreliable. So for example, it's springtime. No, so the Egyptians claim that it's warm. No, they feel warm as we all know sa Egypt. No, mainit. No, near desert sila. No, however, sa Canadians, they feel and believe that it's hot, no, yung springtime, no? So both speak the truth. For Egyptians, it's warm. For Canadians, it's hot. Therefore, man is the measure of all things. However, ito namang claim ng feelings or sensation as early as we discussed with the basic or the five traditional branches of philosophy. When it comes to sensation, no, it is limited, no? It's very subjective, aesthetics, no? So we need to arrive to the truth, no, na maaari nating ma-embrace with the uniformity, no? And to counteract this skepticism and man is the measure of all things, we have the sciences, philosophy, logic, no, knowledge, no. And if we hold to that proposition that man is the measure of all things, there will be chaos, no? It reflects that the idea of the human experience and perception are ultimate standards or in fact hindi naman dapat. So kung tama sa akin, if I'm hungry, I want to grab hamburger without paying, no? Kung magkano yon sa stall, then dahil tama siya sa akin, I am the measure of all things. So magiging magulo, hindi naman fair yon at dehado naman sa ibang tao, no? So this concept is critically examined and challenged for several reasons because it may question or critically examine yung universal truth, no? Na dapat merong commonality, may fair basis ng paggawa ng mabuti. Hindi lang dahil mas comfort sa akin, gagawin ko yon, no? Kahit dehado yung iba. So man is the measure of all things cannot be accepted, no? So to counteract skepticism, so we have these 7 ways, no? Sciences, justified through belief, no? Analysis of knowledge, theories of truth, kinds of truth, highest principles of being and logic. Let us discuss justified true belief. So this is one of the ways on how to analyze truth and opinion. No? So this definition suggests that for something to qualify as knowledge, it must meet the three criteria. Bago natin sabihin na truth or knowledge yung isang statement, no? It should be justified, truth, and it's believed, no? When we say belief, no, the individual as must genuinely believe in the proposition or the statement. In other words, knowledge requires that the person holds the information as true. Kaya niyang i-justify, no? Pinaniniwalaan niyang totoo yung sinasabi niya, no? And when it comes to truth, the proposition or statement must actually be true in reality. Acceptable siya sa universal norms. Knowledge cannot be based on false information or beliefs, no? And when we say justification, the individual's belief must be justified. Hindi lang basta pinaniniwalaan mo na totoo yung iyong sinasabi, kundi dapat ma-justify mo siya by supported by good reasons, evidences, or arguments. The belief is not held blindly or arbitrarily. It's grounded in a reasonable and rational manner, no? So we have knowledge. When something is true, we believe it is true. And we have good reasons for believing it is true. Kailangan nating paano tayo maka-arrive sa isang knowledge, kailangan ito ay totoo, pinaniniwalaan natin ito ay totoo, at kaya natin siyang i-justify na totoo bago natin masabi na siya ay truth. Kung hindi natin kayang paniwalaan na siya ay totoo, hindi rin siya unang-una totoo at hindi natin kaya i-justify na totoo. Therefore, opinionated yung statement natin, no? So we can only assert that a belief is knowledge if it can be justified and it turns out to be true, no? Yun yung justified true belief. So yung opposite nito, hindi natin kayang i-justify, no? Hindi totoo yung sinasabi natin, then opinionated yun, or opinion yun, or personal measurement yun ng knowledge, no? Hindi siya applied sa general or sa universal perspective. Let us proceed with the analysis of knowledge. Let us discuss this three, no? Knowledge by acquaintance, knowledge by competence, knowledge by proposition. We can analyze the statement ng kausap mo or ng isang tao na binabasa mo. Is it knowledge by acquaintance, competence, or proposition? Ang knowledge by proposition ang concern ng philosophy. So kung may sinasabi isang tao about acquaintance, familiarity, or demonstrative, or competence, no? Hindi natin siya pinagdedebatihan kasi siya ay madaling i-prove, no? Pakita lang, sabihin lang, no? But the proposition, it requires justified true belief, no? Let's proceed with knowledge by acquaintance. So yung knowledge by acquaintance, someone or we are familiar to specific person, object, place, things, or event, no? Familiarity to nouns. We have this direct experience or access, no? Knowledge by acquaintance refers to a type of knowledge that arises from direct personal experiences or interaction with something. So yung formula nga, a person knows X, no? I know Justin very well. I know that place. If someone asks us, how did you know Justin? How did you know that place? Just specify that, yeah, he is my friend, no? O kaya I've been there, no, sa place na yun. So tapos na. Wala na siyang parang questions, no? Wala na interrogation. Kasi na sabi niya, he is acquainted or familiar with that place or to that person, no? Number 2, knowledge by competence. When it comes to knowledge by competence, it's demonstrative. Demonstrative siya, no? It requires demonstration or exposition of your skills, abilities, and know how to perform a particular skills, no? So knowledge by competence, also known as knowing how, pertains to skill and abilities. Yung formula is, a person knows how to X. I know how to play guitar. I know how to cook. So if someone asks us, Can you play guitar? Then you can demonstrate playing the guitar. Then tapos na. Hindi na siya dapat pagtalunan. No? Knowledge yun. No? However, yung last part, knowledge by proposition, knowing something that purports to assert a truth or facts. Ito na yung pinag-aaralan natin kung siya ay truth or opinion. The most common form of knowledge discussed in philosophy is knowledge by proposition because it refers to knowledge that can be expressed as propositional statements or sentences. Example, a person knows that X. No? I know that 3 is an odd number. So if someone asks us, then we will state what are the odd numbers and what are the even numbers. No? I know that Quezon City was the capital of the Philippines. So yung question, paano mo nasabi? So kailangan mo siyang i-justify. JTB, justified through belief. So hanap ka ng history book, no, and pag nakita mo na okay, before Manila City, Quezon City was the capital of the Philippines. So yun yung sa analysis of knowledge, no? I-classify natin knowledge by acquaintance, knowledge by competence, hindi siya debatable, no? I-demonstrate lang, sabihin lang na kakilala ko siya or I've been there, tapos na. Where in fact sa knowledge by proposition, it requires justify or justification through JTD, no? Let's proceed with theories and levels of truth. No? I-discuss natin. There are 3 levels. Sa mga levels din considered, no? Kasi yung isa sa pinaka mas acceptable sa lipunan is yung coherence theory, no? So let's discuss pragmatic truth, correspondence truth, and coherence truth, no? When we say pragmatic, ang common word natin dito is usefulness, no? Nagbe-benefit tayo, no? May pagka-subjectivity siya, no? It holds that a proposition is true if it is useful to believe it, no? Alternative, we find alternative utility, no? Nasasabi nating totoo yung sa bagay kapag nakapakinabangan or napakinabangan natin, no? Truth is arrived and at based on beliefs that lead to the best payoff na kinabang tayo, no? So, kailangan mag-benefit or mag-advantage tayo. So, for example, nag-hiking tayo, no? Nawala tayo sa trail. Gagawa tayo ng sarili nating trail, masasabi nating truth yung ginawa nating trail only if makalabas tayo at makauwi tayo, no? From that pagkaligaw, no? So, that is pragmatic truth. Experimental siya, no? So, maaring hindi siya maging totoo kung hindi maging successful yung ating paghahanap ng trail, no? Let's proceed with correspondence truth. So, it states that the key of truth is in the relation between the proposition, the statement, and the word. Ipinipair kung nagko-correspond yung sinasabi ng isang tao or ako, kailangan mag-correspond dun sa totoo, no? So, kailangan ng verification, may predictive ka, ipipredict mo, and then kailangan mag-appear dun sa ina-expect na outcome, no? So, if there's no such entity, the belief is false, no? It has something to do with the claims being made with the state or affairs in the world, no? So, kailangan siyang i-check or i-verify, no? So, example nun, there will be sunny day tomorrow. So, titignan natin kinabukasan kung magiging sunny day. Pag naging sunny day, then truth siya. Correspondence truth yon. Pag hindi naging sunny day, then false, no? This map, there is a map in Luneta Park. So, pag pinunta natin Luneta Park ngayon, wala, no? So, naalam na natin before, meron, no? So, hindi na siya ngayon nagko-correspond sa truth. Wala nang mapa sa Luneta Park as of now, no? Kasi nga, nire-renovate, no? The apple is sitting on the table. Can be true if the apple is in fact sitting on the table, no? So siya ay nagko-correspond. Yung statement natin na predictive somehow or claim, kailangan niyang i-verify, no, para masabi natin na truth. At pag totoo yun, that is correspondence truth. Pag wala, then that is false, no? Last one is coherence theory, no? It states that the truth of any true propositions consists in its coherence with some specific set of proposition of significant wholes. Ibig sabihin, widely accepted na siya noon pa man. Universal na siya noon pa man. Hindi natin kailangang gamitin para masabing totoo. Hindi natin kailangang i-verify kasi statement na yon, kasasabi mo pa lang, it claims the truth. 3 plus 10 is equals to 13. No? Truth yun. No? Table of elements, truth yun. 10 commandments, truth. Uh, uh, golden rule, that is truth. Human being is mortal. So far, wala pa naman naging immortal. So that is truth. Water is essential for survival. That is a good statement. It's coherent truth. H2O is the chemical formula of water. That is coherent. Acceptable na, no? Understood. Common sense. Hindi na kailangang patunayan, hindi na kailangang i-test, no? So these are theories and levels of truth. Discuss kinds of truth. There are 4 kinds of truth. When we say subjective truth, the individual sees it true to themselves. No? Subjective truth are influenced by personal opinions, comfort, feelings, and experiences. And they can vary from person to person and are not necessarily verifiable by objective means. No? Say for example, I feel bad. So that is emotional, no? Sensation, no? Aesthetics, no? Today is good day for me. Maaring sa iba hindi good day yun, no? Chocolate ice cream is the most delicious flavor. Maaring iba vanilla, no? Spicy food is too hot to enjoy. Maaring iba they hate or they don't prefer spicy food, no? So this is subjective truth, no? Merong kanya-kanya tayong opinion or feelings or pakiramdam o perception sa isang bagay at hindi siya ma-apply sa universal norm, no? When we see normative truth, the group agree it is true, no? Normative truths involve value judgments, opinions about what should be ought to be, what should be or ought to be in order to be fit in with a society or group of people. Ito yung gagawing truth, normative truth. They express how things should ideal be, no, based on ethical or moral standards, norms, or rules. No? So for example, sa organization, no? The Constitution and bylaws, no? That is normative truth. Constitutions of the Philippines, that is normative truth. No? So society should provide free healthcare for all its citizens. That is normative truth. Religious practices of Catholics, Orthodox churches, no? Born-again Christians, Muslims, no? Brothers, sisters, Muslims, no? At iba pang religious practices. These are normative truth. Sa batas, ganun din, no? There are times bawal sa isang state, sa Amerika, pwede sa ibang state, no? Those are normative truths. When we say complex truth, a statement is useful at any given time. No, complex truths are often multifaceted and involve layers of understanding. There are times combinations of subjective, normative, objective. No, so there's subjective interpretation, normative judgment, objective facts. So, for example, yung complex truth, the sun is rising. So we understand that it's morning. No, however, scientifically, the sun do not rise, no? Kasi hindi nga tayo yung gaya sa dati na nakasubscribe na Earth ang center ng universe, no? Kundi sun, no? Tayo nag-revolve around the sun. No? So hindi nagra-rise si sun, no? So sa science natin. So that is complex truth, no? Last one is objective truth. True to all, universally accepted. Objective truths are facts that are independent or personal opinions, beliefs, or perspective. Objective, ibig sabihin true to all, no? Of course, may ma-open kasi sa kanila ay gusto nila subjective, no? They can be verified through empirical evidences, no? Generally accepted norms, no? Example niya na, do good and avoid evil. That is universally accepted, no? Human being is mortal. Earth revolves around the sun, no? Golden rule. Those are objective truth, no? Widely accepted siya, no? Widely accepted. I-discuss naman natin yung highest principles, no? There are 4 highest principles. Yung principle of identity, whatever is, and whatever is not, is not. Everything is what is, it is. Everything is its own being, and not being is not being. So may pagka-logic siya, no? Kapag ang statement ng kausap natin ay paiba-iba ang tinutukoy sa isang tao, maaaring ma-question na natin yun, consider na natin siya na opinion, no? So this principle states that each thing is the same with itself and distinct from everything else. In other words, a thing is what it is, no? And it cannot be something other than itself. So for example, yung identical twins, kahit sila ay magkamukha, magkaiba pa rin sila, no? Cloning, ganun din, no? Kaya nga meron tayong ang ating measurement ng pag-open ng phone, ng security purposes, ay retina at fingerprint. Ibig sabihin, uniquely created tayo, wala tayong kagaya, no? So principle of identity yun. I own my own identity, no? So walang iba. Mark is mark, blue is blue, water is composed of hydrogen and oxygen. Walang iba, no? Yun yung identity niya, yun yung nagko-constitute dun sa isang bagay na yun. Yun yung kanyang soul identity. Hindi pwedeng merong iba, no? So one is one, one is one, no? Yan. Let's proceed with principle of non-contradiction. When we see principle of non-contradiction, it is possible for a thing to be and not to be at the same time and at the same respect, no? Ito yung may kinalaman kay Heraclitus, no? We cannot step in the river twice, no? This principle asserts that a statement cannot be both true and false at the same time in the same context, no? In logical terms, contradictions cannot coexist, cannot be accepted, no? The apple is red and not red. Ano ba talaga? Red or hindi red, no? I am here and I'm not here. I am now here in Laguna and Manila. Nasaan ka talaga? So hindi pwedeng pareho ka nag-appear sa dalawa, no? The sun is shining and it's raining heavily right now, no? White lies. Kinulayan mo na yung lies, pero lie pa rin siya. Lesser evil. Nilagyan mo lang ng medyo konting intensity, pero evil pa rin siya, no? That is contradiction, no? Contradiction yun, no? Let's proceed with principle of excluded middle. A thing is either is or is not. Everything must be either be or not be. Between being and not being, there is no middle ground possible. Mapapansin natin yan sa law students natin or sa hearing, no? Bawal bawal yung siguro. Bawal din yung either, maybe, nor, no? Dapat oo o hindi. No? There are times pag in-interrogate, oo o hindi. Nakita mo ba? Oo o hindi. Hindi mo pwede sabing siguro, baka, no? So this principle states that for any given statement, it must be either be true or its negation must be true, then there is no middle ground, no? The cat is either on the mat and it's not on the mat, no? The coin toss will result in either heads or tails. Siyempre, pag tinos natin yung coin, hindi naman pwede siyang gumitna, no? Kailangan magde-decide yung coin or bababa yung coin either heads or tails, no? The statement is either true or false. There's no in between. Dapat true or false, no? So yung common words dito sa principle of excluded middle, pag binakita tayo sa statements na or, nor, either, neither, maybe, I'm not sure, baka, siguro, classify na yung statement ay principle of excluded middle. Opinion. Either, nor, or neither, maybe, no? Opinion siya automatic, no? Let's discuss principle of sufficient reason, no? Last one. So nothing exists without a prior reason for its being and existence. This principle proposes that everything must be a reason or cause that explain why it is the way it is and why it exists. Medyo may pagka-metaphysics, no? In other words, there is an explanation for everything what happens. The book fell off the table because someone accidentally bumped into the table. Ba't nahulog yung book? Kasi may nakasagi. The cake burned in the oven because the temperature was set too high. Bakit nasunog yung cake? Masyadong malakas yung temperature o mataas yung temperature ng oven, no? The plant will dead because it was not watered for several days. Nalanta. Bakit? Wala nagdidilig, no? So masasabi natin na truth yung statement only if may justification. Nasabi natin yung cause, no? Dito sa fourth, sa principle of sufficient reason. If we cannot justify yung cause, then maaring mag-fall yung statement sa opinion, no? So we can say truth if it is certain, constant, and common, no? When we say certain, known for sure, established beyond doubt, no? And it's constant if the statement does not change, no? Alam ko kung paano marunong ako or alam ko kung paano pumunta ng Manila, no? Certain ako doon, constant 'yon, kahit bukas tanungin mo ako, alam ko pa rin. Pero pag sinabi ko, ay nalimutan ko na yata, so merong excluded middle, then maaaring opinion na yung sinasabi ko, no? Common, it's applied to all, collectively, distributively observed, no? Acceptable by universal, without limit or exemption. Meaning to say, objective truth, no? Para masabi natin na statement ay truth. However, we can say that a statement is opinion if it is unreliable, unstable, unusual. When we say unreliable, doubtful sa statement, not providing what is needed or promised, no? Unstable, changing the statement, not firm, sudden change, no? Bukas iba na yung statement, no? Unusual, different from multitude or group of people. Uncommon, no? Hindi siya widely used or accepted. Hindi siya universal.